So I recently met an anti-Zionist activist, another Jewish anti-Zionist activist who lost her brother on October 7th, the attack. And she's gone on Israeli media to talk about her opposition to to the military operation in Gaza, to the genocide in Gaza, and to say, in the memory of my brother, who was a peace activist and who worked against this whole apartheid and this genocide and this displacement his whole life, please do not escalate, please do not be vengeful, please seek peace, seek a ceasefire, seek a peaceful resolution. And when people ask her, what, how can you say that? Your brother was killed by these people. How can you argue for mercy on their behalf? She has this what I think is a very pragmatic response, which is that her brother was killed by somebody who was kept in a cage their whole life and was very angry for good reason, was very hurt and was lashing out. And to me, it's just when I heard her say that, it just made a lot of sense, because oftentimes in the States, when we have these conversations around racists, people who don't think of themselves as racists, but polite white supremacists, like the other groups that I was talking about, these progressive accept Palestine kind of folks, people who don't, polite white supremacists will often say that you can see that black people do more crimes because they get arrested more than white people. So there's a culture of criminality within blackness. What these people miss, aside from the fact that, crime is constructed, which is to say that if your boss steals from you in the form of wage theft, that the police aren't going to do anything about it. You have to go to civil court. It's not even a criminal offense. But if you grab 100 euros out of the cash register, he calls the cops on you. So that's what's meant by crime is constructed. But crime isn't just constructed, but also what we call, even if we accept the definition of crime as only getting mugged on a street corner as opposed to apartheid or whatever, getting mugged on a street corner doesn't correlate with race as much as it correlates with poverty. And poor people are going to survive, and sometimes that means that bad shit's going to happen, and that's not to excuse the bad shit or to justify it in any way. But the solution is not to round up all the poor people and shoot them, right? That's just not gonna solve the problem. Even if we don't enter into the moral, even if we keep it to, it's just not gonna solve the problem. So similarly, this person that I'm talking about, a lot of Israeli activists against the occupation are, they understand this fundamentally, that that the intifadas, that these uprisings, they can be violent, and that's bad. Of course, it's a tragedy anytime there's life lost, and nobody deserves to live in fear. But it's not coming out of nowhere. It's not that Palestinians are fundamentally violent, fundamentally barbaric, and to even suggest that is, once again, fucking white supremacy.